Thank you for watching the Shakaama Live Show. You remember the other day I mentioned that some big YouTubers had left, and I had mentioned in my video that they had said that they had dropped so many views and so much money, and I said I had dropped a little bit of views and a little bit of money, but the rumors were coming down and they put the pedal to the metal. I keep telling you that you have to account for all costs. And when I made those statements, I had not accounted for all costs. In fact, I hadn't really accounted for any costs. I was just looking at views. Well, I'm looking at all of my analytics and doing analysis of the channel, and I have found that YouTube has come behind, this is months later, and demonetized many of my videos, specifically in my robot series. Now, let me clue you into a secret of behind the scenes. I knew that they were demonetizing people, so I self-censored. That means that I made videos that I knew would not be demonetized because there's nothing in the subject matter that is bad, that is exciting, that is anything. It's technology, news about robots from Japan, and I'm sweating. So I made the series. I looked at technology, I looked at a niche that I thought I could get into that would put me in the forefront and without much competition to it, and I did the robot series. They have gone and demonetized a majority of the robot series. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense unless it's something nefarious. There is nothing at all, no conclusion that can be drawn when you actually make news about technology that absolutely, first of all, nobody cares about, nobody has their hackles up about. It doesn't impact any of these socioeconomic groups, none of these identity groups, none of these political groups. It has no politics to it. It's straight news about inanimate objects with no conclusions, no judgments, nothing. They're all facts. And for them to come behind and then demonetized most of the series, of the robot series, that's like demonetizing math. Maybe I should do math videos and see if they demonetize that. It seems nefarious. It seems evil. I'm going to be talking to a lawyer, and I already know what I need to do. I need to talk to a lawyer, and I need to get staff, and I need to get experts to the degree that they can look at the code of YouTube and see what is going on, that they can look at the algorithm, and then I will go to court and I will have the court order them to allow us to look at it, look at the code, look at the algorithm, because this is nefarious. They just went to Congress and said that they were not doing this, that they were not infringing on people's rights. And Congress suggested that if it were not fixed, that maybe the government should take over Google, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Who else was there? Was Instagram there? I don't know. The government suggested that if they're infringing, they're receiving money directly from the United States government. They're receiving millions of dollars directly from the U.S. government. Congress and the senators suggested that perhaps the government should take it over because they're not doing a good job and they have no competition. What does no competition normally mean in business? That's right, it means a monopoly. In the meantime, like all the other big channels, I need donations. PayPal.me, that's me, /Shakaama. PayPal.me/Shakaama. Donate $5, $10, $20. And here's the beautiful thing. $50, I'll give you a shout out in one of my videos. $100, we can arrange a whole video for you. For you, your company, your website. $50, I'll give a shout out to your website or book or whatever you have, right? Now, and that's true. That's how you do business. Now, influencers. The YouTube signed a contract with all of the major networks, and I believe the major networks paid YouTube $200 million. No, YouTube paid the networks $200 million to create content to put on YouTube. So CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS were paid to create content for the next year, 2 years, whatever, however long the contract is. And Facebook did the same thing, to create content to put onto their channels, to their websites, and to make legitimate news. Here's the problem. Some of the people that they gave money to include people like Vice, Vox. These are people who make stories, who make up stories, who make up scenarios, go out and film the scenario. That's not legitimate news. Legitimate news is, I heard that you were walking down the street and you won the lottery. That's news. That's a story that did not originate with the reporter. None of the stuff on my channel originates with me. None of the stuff that I investigate, that I research, that I contact and vet the information originates with me. I see something, I gather the information, and I make the report. Those are my videos. That's it. And I've been in contact with Google many years, before YouTube even existed. And they asked me about a story that I did before, and I said, this does not originate with me. And in fact, the particular story had some underpinnings of homosexuals, and so I said, this is on this homosexual website. This story that you're all up in arms about originated on a homosexual website, a news site. Here you go. So you can't come after me and say I'm being this or I'm being... No. I'm a journalist. Now, YouTube is trying to literally take out the influencer. I'm an influencer. I did not discover, or I did not understand my position, so I would get mad and do stuff like delete everybody off of my Facebook, delete everybody off of Instagram, delete everybody off of Twitter. I did this many times. I did not understand. Not the brightest thing, not the smartest thing I've ever done. So I deleted, literally, thousands of people off of Facebook, thousands of people off of Twitter, and so forth, right? I didn't understand what an influencer was. I didn't know they existed. I didn't know that I was one. But I am one. So now I'm rebuilding. Follow me, Shakaama. Anywhere you have social media, follow me at Shakaama. Everything. Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. Steam, everything. At Shakaama. That's my brand. So if you could donate, and like I said, $50 or $100, shout out, or a whole video for your company. Those are the prices. You don't have to. You can message me on any of those things. I can't do Twitter right now because I don't have a computer. Can't do Facebook, don't have a computer. And I don't want Twitter and Facebook on my phone. There you have it. When I checked my stuff, and the demonetization, they had 1 penny on them. Thousands of views. 1 penny. That seems to smell of fraud, of financial fraud. Thousands of views? 1 penny? Honey, even if it's 2 pennies and you took away 1 and only gave me 1, that's still fraud under the law, right? So I'm gonna have to, I'm forced to research this, get a lawyer, research this, and have experts and stuff comb the stuff. I'm sorry. Thousands of views and 1 penny? No. No. It's not how it works. I don't care what your policy is. That's fraud. So I'm going to have to be researching that. If other YouTubers want to join in on some sort of class action lawsuit, this is a completely different story from Diamond and Silk and all that sort of stuff. Their lawsuit, completely different. Mine is concerning actual fraud. That's what I'm gonna set up. I don't care if you don't like anything I say. I don't care if you don't like robots, my politics, the news stories that I carry. I don't care about that. I do care that you come behind after thousands of views and I only see 1 penny. That's fraud. That's fraud in anybody's book. All right? I'm not a Republican. There you go. I didn't vote for Trump. I don't care about Trump. I don't care about, what's her name? Sick lady, Hillary Clinton. I don't care about them. Don't care, don't care, don't care. I grew up in the U.S. Embassy. My family's in the diplomatic corps. So my entire life was spent in politics. I know politics. And I know the truth, the actual stories. I know the actual history of every area. That's the United States and the world. I lived in Europe, I lived in Africa, I lived in South America. We never made it to Asia, specifically Japan. I want to go to Japan one day. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about. And I have a degree in the subject matter. Voila! I'm not some Johnny come lately, you know? I'm not just some fly-by-night sort of person. I'm not some neckbeard sitting in my mother's basement. But this is serious. It's one thing to censor somebody. It's another thing to give them a penny off of thousands of views. That's an entire different ballgame. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like, share this video so other YouTubers can see it. Share it with all your YouTuber friends. Thank you.